Look, I know fans have been dying for updates, but there's a dead body right there. And the imposter could be any one of us.
All right, I gotta leave, okay?
John, we just started. Come on, man.
Listen, there's a lot to see in this life. Not wasting it here.
It gets to a point where I don't even want to make fun of these people anymore. It's just sad. Sad for everyone involved and for us, the poor bastards watching it all. I just can't take this wholesome chungus shit anymore. A witty talking bracelet, now a quirky talking cube, a walking, talking... you know what? Oh god. The people in charge of the things I love are all a bunch of gay degenerates. A bunch of pussies who take journalists seriously when they start crying about death fetishes in games, because that's apparently a thing according to them. Remember Isaac or Leon getting brutally murdered because you failed? Because you sucked at the game? Yeah, we don't do that here, mate. That would be too much. Forget the age rating of those games. We get way too excited over a woman getting brutally murdered over and over again, so please cut that out, we beg you. It's either that or the AI they use simply can't render death scenes. There's no in between. Even I, as a LARPer on Tomb Raider who only played a few of them, know that this is a thing ever since the beginning. How I miss the time when a bunch of nerds at EA Redwood Shores studied actual gore from car accidents and war footage just to make the violence feel real. And no one cared. I wonder what Glenn is doing now. Oh. Well, what can you do? Better to have built one of the pillars of the entire genre than watch some nobody who's never done anything meaningful get handed the keys of one of gaming's most beloved franchises, am I right? Imagine having hope for Alana Pierce, the same woman who worked as a consultant in several games. I know what type of person she is. I'm just happy more people are finally realizing that failed journalists, Hollywood writers, and theater kids are one of the main reasons we can't have good things anymore. My most disliked video is the one where I talked about this exact infestation in fantasy. You're welcome to agree or bitch about it over there too. But one thing's for certain, modern media can't create anything meaningful. All they do is pump out the same recycled visuals, concepts, and toxic moral lectures. The art department used to get roasted for the piss filter back in the day, something I personally always loved. It gave games that serious, dirty, lived-in look. And before that, they got shit for being overtly dark, edgy, and so damn cool. Imagine looking at that and thinking it's lame. God, I hate millennials so much. But now? All we get is this glorified bisexual presentation, the Disneyfication of everything. Bright colors and soulless art styles. How many cutesy characters have we seen in new games? How many times must we play the same story in this male-dominant hobby? Badass woman with a gun, badass witch woman, badass god woman, badass... Is that also a woman? And I wish that was all there was to complain about. But this disease runs way deeper. It's not just visual, it's integrity and the reason behind these deliberate choices. Westerners can't separate reality from fiction. In so many fucking ways. I have talked twice about how stupid they are with female character designs. We're so used to women destroying their faces and looking like men that we've forgotten how pretty real femininity can actually be. A puffy-faced young woman who oozes gentleness and sexiness gets treated like a child. That's why Eastern RPGs will always rule when it comes to beauty and sales as a consequence. Chinese gacha, hot Korean girls, or the thousands of JRPGs I love. Like the Trails series stacked with female characters I actually adore from design to personality. So it doesn't matter the year, history repeats itself. Before Evie, we had Amelie. Before Amelie was Eve. Before Eve was 2B. And this shit goes all the way back to Bayonetta. And I'm being generous keeping it this concise, because I could name so many more. The internet is still stuck in 2016, where you can't offend anyone. And by anyone, they mean less than 1% of the demographic. Because in the real life, people couldn't care less. Quite the opposite when you look at sales and cultural impact of this problematic stuff. It gets exhausting. I simply can't take this shit anymore. They'll keep burning money on ugly fat whales because they have infinite resources. And I wonder where that money comes from. Right. So, let's talk Sony, shall we? Jean Grey is quite literally the main reason for 90% of the X-Men's problems. All because everyone wants to fuck her. If you think it's just a simple love triangle between Jean, Logan, and Scott, boy, you don't know the orgy that is Xavier's mansion. Not only those two, Angel as well, Beast during that one terrible run, even Scott's brother Havoc, and fucking Xavier himself. Even Xavier wanted a piece of that ass. And I can't blame him. In Ultimate Spider-Man, she literally says, "You're the first guy in 6 months who hasn't immediately pictured me naked." And how does this absolute beast of a woman, the canonical homewrecker of the X-Men, and one of the hottest characters in comics, get portrayed now? Like a middle-aged woman with zero sauce, zero beauty, zero attractiveness. No man would want to bang that. And this is coming from a guy who hates Jean Grey. Even in my superhero games video, I said I'm a thorough Cyclops and Emma enjoyer. But even I have more respect for her than Insomniac did. Not that they know what respect for character legacy even means. Point is, all of this culminates in the same disrespect and stagnation. The same formulaic controversy I'm so goddamn tired of. It's a constant Ouroboros of the same problems over and over again. We can't grow up because it's rooted in the culture. Boomer's only concept of evil is the 1940s Germany. All the fucking time. It's either Christianity bad or Nazis bad. God, you're all so lame. Millennials are theater kids, stuck reliving their pathetic childhoods like the bunch of morbidly obese infants they are. And Gen Z are fundamental losers because we simply can't live. We have nothing and will stay that way, and God forbid we say anything. But all those stories we reminisce about were never made by the majority. They were made by outcasts, weirdos, nerds, and losers. People who before they created anything actually lived. That's why something like Undertale and all its incestuous children will never be earthbound. Why Pokemon was successful before the furry bestiality mentally ill crowd poisoned the discourse. You all can't be successful because you feast on the same single thing for inspiration like a bunch of maggots. It's all just FNAF, Undertale, or Sonic. Nothing else exists for you autists. I still want to make videos focused on character arcs, and one of my favorite arcs is Thelvidam. I won't stray too far, but his story is one that's impossible to tell nowadays, both in its inspirations and how it is written, simply because of the cultural shift away from real mature storytelling. It's not about blood, sex, or swearing. It's about actual meaning, something these annoying cunts can't understand. When normies take over everything you love, that's when it all loses meaning. That's when mediocrity and terrible media becomes unbearable. The same people who used to call you all those names are now the parasites trying to take control of the things you enjoy, trying to shoehorn their stupid beliefs into niche hobbies and fan bases. That's why gatekeeping is important. Keep your culture safe. Keep the things you love for you and the people who actually get it. It's a tale as old as time. The biggest mistake someone can make is letting that Trojan horse inside their walls.